Hello, friends. Tonight we're going to talk about the heart and how important the heart is. In the world that we've been living, there's so much focus on the mind and the body. And now, with the rise of the divine feminine again, more focus on the heart and the soul. And the heart is so important because whatever we harbor in our heart, this is the truth of who we are. We're not the color of our skin, or the bodies that we're in, um, the position that we have, the roles that we play, the things that we own. But we are what's in our heart. And by that, I mean that if we harbor a lot of grief and resentment and regret and self hate and anger and envy and jealousy, um, and negative emotions in general that we have not processed. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with negative emotions. All emotions are beautiful and all emotions are necessary, but all emotions are meant to pass through us and to be let go. And when we hold on to certain emotions and suppress and repress them because dealing with them is going to be what we consider too painful, so usually that with negative emotions, when we suppress and repress them, we naturally make our bandwidth like smaller. So we not only cut ourselves from experiencing them, but also the positive equivalent, the intensity of the positive equivalent. So that's how people get lukewarm and numb, because there are so many what we call negative emotions that are suppressed and repressed that um, there's no flow. It's basically like a pipe that gets clogged, and uh, the energy cannot flow. It's constricted and restricted, and the positive emotion cannot flow, and the negative emotion cannot flow because positive and negative are two sides of the same coin. Two poles of the same thing. Um, so that's why it's very, very important, and what we need to focus now. Uh, in spirituality and everything and our emotional health is to let go of these negative emotions and process them. And the Hawaiians have a beautiful story about this, about the bowl of light, how we're all born with a bowl of light. And later on in life, as experiences happen, there can be stones that get thrown into that bowl, which are like resentment and hurt and um, negativity of any kind, and emotional pain, and the jealousy and the envy and whatever. So it's important to deal with those things, otherwise, the bowl of light gets filled with stones and the light is gone. But the Hawaiians reassure us that the easiest way to deal with it is just dump it all at once, and then the bowl is full of light again. So that's why it's very important to process negative emotions. And if we go to the Bible, everything is love, source is love. So if the heart is not pure, in the sense of clear, and filled with love and light and joy, and there's no room for emotions to flow, we don't have access to source. We don't have access to infinite intelligence, infinite love, infinite beauty. So that's why it's very important to do that work all the time, on the daily, and it never stops because there's always something happening. But little by little, we manage to be more present, more fluid, and to allow the emotions to just pass through us and get the wisdom that they carry and being informed by them, and and taking the right inspired action instead of suppressing and repressing them because we think that they're going to be too intense to be able to deal with them. And this is how we pass through the eye of the needle. And this inventory is done all the time. You know, in the morning, you can check in with yourself. During the day, check in with yourself. In the evening, check in with yourself. And also being very mindful, what are we consuming? Uh, and how we're feeding the heart and the soul and the mind and the body. And are we watching things or reading things that are meant to evoke emotional reaction and hook us? Or are we deliberately choosing to listen to and watch the things that feel nurturing and fulfilling and inspire us towards opening to higher love and more joy and more bliss and more peace? And having those daily practices of self reflection, self love, self care, stillness, communion with God through the heart, and looking inside and just being quiet and observing the emotions and what's happening. It's very much needed, necessary. It's like that daily self care that is routine of being aware of how everything is affecting us and how it's moving through us, and also alchemizing all of that into art, into movement, into dance, into song, into whatever kind of um, thing we want to do with that energy, because negative emotions are very, very powerful, and we can flip the charge and create beauty from ashes.